Grandma, why is the year 1872 so important to you?
Why? Well, because important changes took place. For example, the typewriter was invented. But the most important thing for us was that Garcia de la Cruz olive oil was founded. It was 1872 when Adelaida, your parents' great-great-grandmother, inherited an oil mill. After buying a big estate in the area of El Terillo, our family embarked on this adventure in a country where the role of women was relegated to household chores. But Adelaida took over the business, and with a primitive olive oil mill, she started the production of olive oil in the purest artisan style. Adelaida had 3 children, but it was her daughter Guadalupe who remained in charge of a company that had to face the outbreak of the Spanish Civil War. Adelaida mechanized the work with the most advanced machines of the moment, and this was one of the first big steps for the company. In 1943, in the transition to our 3rd generation, it was another woman who remained in charge, your great-grandmother, Adela. After the forced hiatus caused by the conflict and the turbulent years of the Second World War, your great-grandmother invested heavily in 1950 to modernize the mill's production systems even further. During the following years, the mill operated normally. In the meantime, in Spain, changes were taking place that would lead us into a new era. The Beatles broke up, and the miniskirt arrived here. Adela married Francisco, giving birth to twins Manuel and grandfather Francisco. Grandfather went to study in Madrid, where he graduated as business administrator, and during the Christmas holidays he worked in the olive harvest. And it was grandfather who took over the management of the mill in 1975. That's when we first started watching television in color. After all this, we got married and had 3 children, your parents and Uncle Javier. In 1980, the mill, which was located in the village main square, had grown so much that it was necessary to move it to its current location. By the time grandfather retired, thousands of olive trees had been planted to ensure that the oil production was carried out with the best quality raw material. In the 1990s, our first brands were launched on the market: Mingoliva, Tarbelea, and Garcia de la Cruz. With the arrival of the new century, your parents Fernando and Eusebio took over the business, the 5th generation of the family to run the mill. It was at this stage that Garcia de la Cruz expanded to more than 40 countries, and with a wide range of packaging and formats. As you know, 2016 was a year of changes. The mill was completely renovated, but without a doubt, the most important event was the opening of the American subsidiary. In a short time, we had sales offices on both coasts of the country, New York and Portland. Over the years, the olive groves, which after all are the heart of this whole story, has also changed. We can now see centuries-old olive groves and modern plantations. Sustainability has been another of our concerns, as our aim has always been that the olive trees reach you as healthy as your ancestors planted them back in the 19th century. The quality of our oil has been recognized all over the world. Undoubtedly, this has been possible thanks to all the people who have formed part of the Garcia de la Cruz team. Without them, we would not have been able to write this story. This is as far as I can tell you. You will have to write the next part of the story yourselves.